Your video is good for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, up, up. Just a sec. My speaker has some trouble now. Boo, what's up? What's up? Um, but at my side, just a few seconds. I'm setting up something. My speaker has some trouble. Ooh.
Hello.
Okay. Something wrong with my speakers. Give me a few seconds. I'll reset and come back again. Finally, it worked. All right, now I'm able to hear you well. Great. Just confirm my audio is good right now. If
Yeah.
so,
Yes.
let's move forward. Hey, thanks a lot for your patience. Let me get back here. All right, I have some people getting for the examination next few days. December end is approaching. I believe some of you had your exam date planned. It's coming closer. Who is getting to exam in the next few days? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Anyone here for the exam? Uh-huh. Silence. What does it mean? January, February?
Yeah, planning for January.
January. Kushbu is here. Hey, Kushbu. Good to see you.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
So how is it going with the January? How many more weeks we have?
Yeah, I have not yet just finalized a date, but yes, mostly I was planning for second week of January, but yeah.
Yes. We spoke about this already. Yeah. So now, can I believe that your book reading has got the speed?
Yes, but last week due to my office work and all, I couldn't do much.
Ah,
So yeah, but still
okay.
I have to yet to finish my few chapters.
Yeah, I think you asked something last evening. I couldn't get back to you. You had some questions to be clarified. Is that right? I maybe I didn't follow most of your messages last evening. I believe you have some questions on Agile. So my understanding is your book reading is a 70 to 80% completed.
Yeah, 5 chapters are remaining. So yeah, you can say
Very
that.
good. Very good. 4, 5 chapters there. I'm trying to see how can we plan if it is the second week of January, which means that at least we need 15 to 18 days of time to practice your full exams. You have to do one full exam, and this full exam sure is going to take a lot of energy from you. And then you have to sit and analyze those questions. That is pretty much important because you need at least 1 or 2 days to go through the questions, right? You have to see why it is right, why it is wrong. I'm not going to see only the right answers. I will also see some of the questions which I made right, but still, I'm not sure whether my logic is right. Is my logic and the answer justification logic maps? I'll see those part. So, can you keep that date in mind that you can give some time for full exams?
Yes, maybe I'm targeting for this next upcoming week to just give one full exam.
Okay. 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 That's fine. All right. Then that's good. Let's do the start there and I'll check your messages and we will connect on the topic which you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Good. Go ahead, Kushbu.
add something. Agile is like the concepts wise I'm clear, but when it comes to questions, there are few questions where it asks scenario
Ah,
based. So
okay.
I've noticed from the even I did for previous mock also what I gave in this mock, that is a
Okay.
my 4 5 questions will go wrong in Agile itself.
Okay. I understand. I understand. So what are you doing for that?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So for that actually I analyzed and I have noted down like what is the what is the gap in my understanding. So I've noted
Okay.
and I wanted
Okay.
bit clarification on that
All
maybe.
right. All right. So recommendation is you can solve some scenario questions in ShriLearning portal. We have agile mixed questions. I believe you see that link where it is. When you solve that question, I recommend you to read those justification. What does it mean by that? So this will map back to the book called Agile Practice Guide. Okay, there is a book called Agile Practice Guide. I would recommend to go through that content in this book if Agile is still not helping you on scenarios. You know the concept, you know there is something called daily stand-up, but you don't know how this is going to be really helpful on the question paper. So I would recommend to read Agile Practice Guide. It also gives a background of why we have this stand-up meeting, why we have a sprint review. Yeah, those all understanding is important.
Yeah. So I have not yet gone through Agile practice guides. Maybe I'll just go through that
Go
book as
go through that. That'll be helpful. That's helpful. All right, then keep up the momentum. Let know we will connect on other topics which you are talking.
okay.
All
Thank you.
right, good. That's Kushbu. Is there anyone else to show your face? You have a face in behind your name. I could see only one person in the face here. There are some faces coming up. Hey, thanks, Nasrat. It's nice to see, right? Sunday, we're sitting on the home to say hello to each other. Yeah, have a good feel. How was your start, Nazrat? You just started the reading. I know you may not discuss on the first day. Usually in the class on the first day, we talk about the exam date. When you want to go for the exam. And the people
Uh,
note down the exam date.
I was thinking about Feb end week. That's what I thought yesterday. I'll ask you or Rahul, like, how do we have to sign up for it really prior, like 2 months, 3 months, or is
Mhm.
it just a month
Mm.
before? Like, if I know that by Jan and I'm almost kind of
Mm.
prepared and I know well, and
Huh.
then I can go for the Feb end.
Okay. So how does it work is on the beginning of the class would ask for what is the best date for you to go for exam. So there are two variety of people. One is who started the preparation before coming to the class. They would have started reading some books. They were with the different LinkedIn videos. They may even go to different training institutes. They get the rhythm of it and they come for the
Yeah.
class to give a push and clear the exam. These people could go faster as a class goes for 5 weeks of time. End of fifth week, they will tell, "Hey, I'm ready. I may need a little push of another 10 days. I'll clear the exam." This is one model of people. It's
So
very
for
less number of
now,
people.
roughly I've put the date as 26 Feb. I don't even know if the exam is that day, but it's just in
Exactly.
my mind. So last week of
Very
Feb.
good. Very good. Very good. So let's go to second category of people who just came to the class, started the learning. So now
Yeah.
for you, you needs more time, which means that 4 or 5 weeks of time is 2 days of class on Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday till Friday reading habits. So
Yes.
you need really good time of reading. You have to spend at least 100 hours or 150 hours of reading, which means class goes on Saturday, Sunday. Rest of the time you will read. You learn all the concepts. So
Yeah.
this takes a whole December and January at least a 20 or that's a timeline you'll get some shape. You'll start getting some shape.
Jan whole month also. Yeah.
Exactly. Jan 20 or sometime I feel third week people start getting a shape of okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Now Jan 20 some timeline, we start taking 60 questions question paper. We have a question paper called 60 questions.
Mhm.
You will take those questions and we will see are you crossing the average of 65, 68, 70% there,
Yes.
which is a decent mark. Somebody is really understanding the concepts. Now, if a February first week, I'll start with the full exam, so 180 questions, and I will hit one exam on February 1st. This is an example. My
Yeah.
score is going 67% or maybe 63%. It's an indication where I'm now right now. Am I able to sit and write for 4 hours? Now I'll start tuning that place. So by Feb 10, Feb 15, I should be in a good shape. I should clear the exam.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is for your time, what you said. It depends on your job nature. It depends on how much time you have at your home. Because there are people who have some extra time. In a day, they can spend 3-4 hours extra. So based on that, your speed will increase. So for now, I'll tell keep February what he said, well and good. However, it
Hmm.
is, we will keep watching out how you're performing on your practice test, and
Yeah.
then start bringing the date a little down also.
I did mock yesterday, but was a bit disappointed. But it's okay. Like just started with 2 mocks. It was like out of 59 and 8, which was horrible. But still, I just started yesterday, so it's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. What number would have made you happy?
Out of 15, or obviously, I would have been happy looking at that. But it was like, I was like, oh, I think,
Okay.
but some in the mock, I realized that what you teach in videos, maybe I missed something or it was not there, or we have to read the books at the same time.
Of
So all
course,
three
of course.
sources.
The practice exam, what you get is a collection of questions from different section, not only for the
Right.
class.
Yeah.
The reason for giving this is being a professional exam, someone has to be conversant with all the areas. I don't
Yeah.
want to go by only the subject area. This is not an academic or a school or a classroom, right?
Mm.
It's a professional subject. You should know what is risk management when you're talking stakeholder management. You should know what is agile when I'm talking about cost management. When I see that the wiring starts happening, you start seeing why. Yeah, you may fail. It's completely fine. But my intention is you have to read after you fail.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty important. If you say I want to get 15 out of 15, you have to find out, yeah, I like that urge, but you have to find out why that answer went wrong. And if you do deep analysis, a day will come, you may get a 12, you may get 13, right? I don't expect a 15 out of 15. This is not academic. I don't see my mom is looking at my report card. Did I get 15 out of 15? No, that's not the style, right? It's a professional exam. Questions will be cornering, challenging. You may think that's an answer, but that's a wrong answer. So you will see why it is so. In the class, we somewhere learned that project management is a very broad subject and we are covering 200 plus countries. So
Yeah.
scenarios or situations are so unique in nature. We may think from our perspective, that could be something in an international perspective. So yeah, you have to see those parameters.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think mostly I have to start reading, then I
Yep.
can clear other
Perfect.
questions. Thank
Perfect.
you so
Perfect.
much.
Keep up that. I believe Shubham also joined the class. I couldn't check out with him. Did he join? Okay, then I leave it to
Sorry.
you. Is it Shubham, your friend? Someone want to join
Sorry,
the class?
Rishabh. Yeah, Rishabh.
Sorry, Rishabh.
No,
Was
it's
he able?
Canadian time, so it's I think 6 o'clock in the morning, or I
All
don't
right,
know.
all right, all right. Good then. Good. Then we quickly jet inside. I see some more people telling the exam date. One I see Umang. Umang, you have your exam on Friday. How is the preparation?
It's going all right actually.
Okay.
Sometimes
Uh,
it is like 85%, sometimes it is like 60%, sometimes it is 75. So
okay.
yesterday's score was 83%. Today I gave exam full exam and it was 68%. Uh,
Okay.
Tonight I
Okay.
sit in for a 60 question. It was 73%. So it is start from 60 to 85,
Okay.
fluctuating. Yeah.
Okay. Quick question to you. How many full exams you have attempted?
So I have attempted at least 7 examinations. So I had
Wow.
a PMI study hall as well. So I
Okay, that also you
had,
did.
yeah. So I had 5 examinations
Don't
there,
want to
and
miss anything in the world.
so I was comparatively free. I got a lot of leaves, so I
Hmm.
used that leave for the examination.
Okay.
I want to take advantage of it. So yeah,
All right.
I just
All right.
I'm sitting at home and
Yeah, yeah.
working
Good you're
out.
utilizing
And
right way. Good you're
yeah,
using right way. But don't over exhaust you. I would say 4 or 5 full exams more than enough. Since you did 7, it's fine. What will be your average on the 7? If you put an average, what's the number pops up?
uh, 60 to 65.
65. Okay, 65 is a decent number. So main exam, how it's going to be is it could be close to what you practiced or one level down than this. But what is a
Mhm.
challenge in main exam is time management is the one challenge we constantly hear in main exam
Yeah.
because we subconsciously or back of the mind know that it's a practice exam. So we be a little more relaxed.
Mhm.
When it comes to main exam, your brain would love to read the question 2 times. The same
Mhm.
question, your brain will want to read it again.
Yeah.
So it's going to eat a lot of time. So let's be very careful when you practice now 60 questions, not only for Umang, anyone here.
Mhm.
When you practice 60 questions, you keep in mind, I will close this exam in 70 minutes or 75 minutes.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I can go for 80. If, for example, every time you're taking 90 minutes for 60 questions, then we may have big challenge in the main exam. So I would recommend to keep between 70, 75, 80. Don't go beyond that in your 60 questions practice. Whereas when you go to main exam, keep your mind like this. Your exam clock starts like 2:30 minutes. That's how the exam starts.
Yeah.
It's a pure full white screen. On the borders, it'll be light blue. In the full board screen, they'll have a one question at a time. And the top right, you will see a timer running. It'll be 230. And they start detecting from 230 to 229, 228, 227. Number starts going down. If I am in the exam hall, what I will do? I will have a plastic sheet and a pen to write. They give a paper to write. In the
Yeah.
paper, I'll write down when I should complete my first 60 questions. I'll write the time there. If it is a 230 minutes, in 230, if I deduct 80 minutes, how many minutes should be in my clock? 230 deduct 80.
It's
150?
150, 160. Yeah.
150.
150, right? Yeah, it's a hard
Yeah.
mathematics, I know. 150. So what I do is in the sheet, I will write 150. For the first 60 question, my brain don't want to strain too much. I will see if it's coming close to 150, I'll gear up. I'll gear up and close my 60 questions. This is 60 questions, including the review questions. Some of the questions I marked for review, isn't it? Those questions, if I'm in the exam hall, I will not mark more than 3-4 questions for review. If I have too many questions for review, that's also going to be stress on me. My brain keep on stressing me that, hey, you have to review, you have to review. Rather, I will go for maybe 4-5 questions for review. I'll stop. Beyond that, I will not review. So when I come to 60th question, I look for 150 minutes, including the review, then I submit it. When I submit it, it is going to ask for 10 minutes break. I go for the break, I come back, I will start. The next, I have a 75, 75. Yeah, if it's 150, 75, 75.
Yeah.
So the next slot, I may try for 70 or 75. The final slot will go for 65 to 70 minutes. But usually, the last slot, the speed is high.
Yeah.
Because my brain has accommodated reading 120 questions of PMI. My brain is clear how the language is written. My brain is clear how the system is working. Now my speed will be a little more higher. I'll keep 65 to 70 minutes for the last slot. If I'm clear on this time management, like 80, 75 or a 70, and then again another 70, yeah, it's clear now. So I can focus on my preparation.
Right.
So this is a recommendation for you, Umang. Umang, we have to get on the phone call. Probably you have to touch base on the call in the next 1 or 2 days.
Sure.
Yeah, which country, which time zone you are, Umang?
I'm in New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay, you'll be 8 hours. What's the difference between you and Europe? 3, 4 hours.
Let me check.
We'll work out. And give me a message in WhatsApp. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the preparation.
Yeah, sure.
All right, good. Keep up that momentum, Umang. That's good. Quickly, I'll touch. Thanks, Umang, and good wishes. I'll
Thank you
quickly
very
touch
much.
with Deepak and I jump to the subject. I have some subject. I have a question to discuss. Deepak Deshpande, did you book your exam already?
Not yet, but most likely the date would be that because I have gone through 2 examinations of 40 and one of 60. Both
Very
of
good.
them I am able to get almost around 75%.
Very good.
I'm planning to go for a full examination this week, the week of
Very good.
50, and see where I stand. And then I'll give you others. Maybe then we can discuss.
Sounds structural. And how is time management for you?
Oh, that's the problem. I mean, I'm able to do it way in advance, but a lot of mistakes are happening in trying to about control and most likely on scheduling. Those are the 2 areas which I need to work.
Okay. So time management is order, but you are able to do within that 80, 90 minutes for 60 questions.
Yes. I'm actually saving 11 or 12 minutes. So my reading is fast. The biggest trouble is I'm in the rush of mistakes.
That's okay. It happens. It happens. 2, 3 people cleared exam recently from Asia. I have at least a few people cleared from Europe. What I heard is exam has more focus towards stakeholder management, people.
Yeah.
Agile is being highly discussed. and you are getting one graph. They're showing you one graph of burn down, burn up. What is it? Interpretation of burn down, burn up. You sometimes also get CPI, SPI interpretation. Is it ahead of schedule, behind schedule, kind of?
Yeah.
No calculation. Out of 10, 20 people in the last few days, one person got a PERT calculation, PERT. They even directly tell do a triangular distribution.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. But anyway, as per the PMI terms, you should not declare the question itself. But the discussion is about what kind of questions are coming in exam. Any PMI person signs a certificate that I will not declare question details. So they cannot give it. But they give a concepts and areas where the questions are coming up. So what you're hearing is only the concepts. But it can differ because they have thousands of questions with them. They keep shuffling. So we don't know from where the questions are coming up.
But
All
do
right. So
you think that we should attempt for all the questions or attempt only the ones which are you feel are correct?
you are talking all. We don't know, right? It could be a high chance you get right answers out of what you try. Don't miss any question. There is no negative marking in PMP exam. So I would recommend don't miss any questions.
Okay.
Take all. Take all. Good. That's Deepak. Good wishes, Deepak. Quick comeback. Do I have someone here for PMI ACP exam? Agile Certified Practitioner exam. Okay, not much. Then it will be happening by next month. So for your information, PMI ACP syllabus has been updated and we're having a new concepts coming in PMI ACP. Subject is getting more interesting. So from January 18th, we are starting a new class for PMI ACP. If someone is more interested on Agile, depth of Agile, I would recommend to go for the certification. Check with Rahul. Probably he'll help you with the course details. All right, with this, we'll get inside. I have something to talk with you before I go for a question paper. Yeah. What I want to talk to you. I want to bring something and ask you a question. Poo, 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 poo. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yep, 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 yep. Here it is. All right, so let's do a short understanding of something. Have you heard this term called critical path method? Critical path method. Okay, do anyone know which subject area we will talk critical path method in project management? Is it in scope? Is it in schedule? Is it in cost? Is it in risk management?
Schedule.
Schedule. Okay. First question is why we need something called critical path method calculation? Why we need it?
For logistics, supply chain management.
Okay. One I'm hearing is logistics. Okay. Then I'm hearing supply chain or supply. What does it mean if you want to give some more wordings on that?
So if like for example, in a construction organization, if we
Ah,
have to take cement from one place to another, that cement have a life, like it will get solidify in few times. So we have
ah,
to arrange the supply accordingly. So for
ah,
that, we use
ah.
these kind of techniques.
Okay, okay. So what I'm hearing from you is a raw material for a project. Can I say that? Raw material.
Yes.
So you should know. So how it is, by the way, when you say critical path, imagine there is a project like this, what you see in the screen. And you're telling task A will take 3 days to complete. Task D to take 3 days to complete. Now,
Mhm.
when I know this, it's going to take 3 days, this is going to 3 days, and there is a dependency connection here. Logical, they call us a logical relation. Logical relation, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying here is if I know you took an example of cement, it could be anything. But when I know this relation, you mean I can plan better? Is that your thought?
Yes.
What if I don't have this path itself? Still, will I miss the cement delivery? Hmm.
Is there something might get missed if you have not defined the activities properly in sequence?
Missed out, which means we don't know when which activity should come. We may
Yes.
miss out. Okay, that's a good point. Let me also listen to Satish Kumar. Satish, what do you mean by shortest duration?
Yes, I mean longest duration. I mean, so in a project, so the critical path means that could be the shortest duration. So that is the uh, for example, that there are multiple ways
Uh-huh.
to complete. There are multiple ways to complete a certain task or certain project, but
Mhm.
that critical path defines that is the shortest duration to complete it.
Okay, that is the best effort we can make to complete a project.
Yes, yes,
So if I say this whole as a project, what you see is whole as a project. Okay, what you see in the screen is whole as a project.
yeah.
In this project, I have one path. This is a path. Let's call as path one. Okay, and I will call this as a path two. There is nothing much here. Whereas I call this as a path three. So now in a project, I'm having multiple paths here, one, two, and three. All three should be completed. Then only I can say the project is completed. Is this right? Can I ignore one of this path and I will do only one and three? Still, can I say a project is completed?
Yes.
Uh, Shri,
Ah,
but like if suppose there is some requirement sign off is there with the customer that this thing should be completed during the
hmm.
project life cycle, then we can't miss such kind of things. But critical path, according to me, critical path can help us to like we have a whole planning with us, right? So
Ah,
we can work with our product manager,
hmm.
and they will help us to prioritize the things, which will
Ah,
reduce our project time.
okay. I'm hearing prioritization also now. Nice, interesting. Thanks for sharing that. Let's also listen to Muskan. Yes, Muskan, go ahead.
Hi, so as per my understanding of critical path, we do have a work breakdown structure, and from that, we do have tasks identified. Now we can probably use the approach and identify or prioritize the tasks, and based on that, we identify what is the critical thing. Dependencies and prioritization happens here,
Hmm.
and we identify well in advance. Okay, this is going to be critical for my completion of a project.
Hmm.
So probably that is how we identify it and we work towards it.
Okay, that's a valuable point. So what I'm hearing from you is it should start from WBS. Okay, let's go a little above than this now. By the way, we are talking more this on the plan-driven project. Even for change-driven, we can do it, but yeah, it's a bit more expensive. So what I'm hearing from Muskan is we have a work breakdown structure. Here you create something called control account, which we learn in the class, right? Control account. From control account, what we do here is we do next stage. What is the next stage in the control account after that?
Work packages.
Perfectly. We create work package or planning package, right? Work package means which has more information. Planning don't have much information. So let's go for work package one, work package two. Now this is one, this could be two. So then here we are going on activities, right? A1. Then I'm saying this is going to be A2. And this I'm going saying that A3. Now here it could be A4. It could be A5. Multiple activities are happening. But there is no sequence because it's number 1, 2, 3. Now, what I hear from the team here is, hey, I want to know, okay, A1 looks priority 1, whereas A4 can be priority 2. Is this what I'm hearing? Could be. Logical relation? Let's listen to Umang also.
Yes.
Yes, Umang, go ahead.
So in a simple definition, what I understand is it is critical path is a logical relationship of longest sequence of the tasks,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to be completed as planned in order to finish the project on time.
On time. Yeah.
On time, yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Good. Thanks for that point, Umang. Good. If I listen to Umang and Ms. Khan right now, here I'm going to put some logical relation. But what happened is each activity we found that this can take 3 days, 3 weeks to complete. We estimated this activity can take 4 weeks to complete. How do you estimate? For estimation, we use some techniques. Do anyone remember the techniques? Analogous estimation. Then what?
Analogous parametric.
Parametric estimation. Then what?
3 point. Bottom
Three-point
up.
estimation. Then what?
Three
Bottom-up estimation, right?
Bottom up.
So analogous estimation, parametric estimation, three-point estimation, bottom-up estimation, or also I can use expert judgment. Expert judgment, someone an expert in the market, possibly. By which I came to know this activity will take 3 days to complete. What activity is it? It could be anything. Could be designing a new structure, could be painting the wall, could be cement work, could be steel. If you're software, you will tell create a database, but hardly many companies are using WBS in software. But if in case you use, I will use database creation, user ID creation. But the point is, I heard from a song here, we have to go for prioritization. But what is prioritization, Sri? This goes by a term called dependency. Do you remember the word dependency? Dependency. Is it important in project management? Dependency.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is something called a mandatory dependency, discretionary dependency. Last week we discussed in the class, the same class. Yeah, we discussed about dependency, right? So now what is happening here is I will put A1 as a particular activity, and this should be completed as A4 can start. By the way, I'm putting logical relation. Okay, I'm not telling because A1, A2 I will do in an order. No, A4 will come in. I think someone said in the call, she will go by priority. Who said the priority? Yeah, the expert said the priority. After A4, it can be even A21. I don't know which activity it is. It should happen. I'm putting this way. A1 should happen, A4 should happen, A21 should happen, and then comes B7 should happen. Come on, man. Why not A22? Maybe that's how it is working logically. Logically. So I'm even from A1 started, I would start another track. I will say it is a C3. What is it? It could be another work activity. I don't know. This could be 4 days of time, and this could be 3 days of time. Now, in a project, I may have multiple activity like this going on, B3, and I will have something called maybe A2 comes here. Wow, A2 should be here, man. Why it is here? Yeah, that's how the team thinks about it. That's how the team thinks. I didn't say that. The team thinks about it. But overall, this is a project. Can I say like this? Overall, this is a project. Now, in this 2, I have to see which one is critical. Why and how? If I say 3, this is going to take 4 days, this is going to take 2 days, this is going to take 1 day, I will count it. 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, how much it's coming? Again, hard mathematics, right? 10.
10.
Yeah, don't give me tough calculations. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that, huh? Please. Okay, now again, I put another part. 3 here plus 4, again 2, again 4. How much is coming? 3, please, man. Don't give that. Tough
13.
calculations. Tough calculation. Is it correct? 13 correct?
Then yes.
Okay, right. Now, in this, which one is critical? 10 or 13? Which one is critical?
13.
13.
13. Why? But here it says the shortest time to complete the work. It should be 10, isn't it? How come it is 13?
But it is longer duration path.
Ah, that's the longest duration path through a network diagram. If I cannot complete this, my project will not be considered as completed, isn't it? If I cannot complete it, that's not considered as project completed. So that's the longest duration path through a network diagram, and that determines the shortest time for the project. The project is taking 13 days or 13 months to complete. Shri, can you reduce it to 12? I can, but I have to miss some of the activity. I'll ask my sponsor, are you fine if I miss one of the activity? I'll make it 12. I don't have a problem. But you're going to miss one activity. Are you fine with that? The sponsor says, oh, come on, man, don't do that. I want all. Then wait. 13 is the minimum I can do. If I go below 13, I may not paint the wall. Is it fine? If I go below 13, I may have a quality test not happening. But if I want everything to be done, I made a compression. I worked out with my team. We did the best and we found 13 is the best time we can give. Now question back to you. I'll go back to the first person who said the cement getting dry. Before that, I have to deliver it. Now, when you put a critical path like this, do you talk that cement parameter as a dependency? I didn't watch your name. Someone said about the cement before getting dry.
Yes, I said it's
Vivek here. So Vivek, do we talk that as a dependency?
yes, because it will get solidify within few
Ah,
times, so it might impact the other task.
fantastic. But what you said could be one of the parameter, right? There could be many
Yes.
more parameters than this.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. The reason I brought this topic is in the class we'll talk elaborately. If someone missed in the class, or you may get it again in the batch coming up. Critical path is more important to talk in a plan-driven project because I know by WBS, as Ms. Khan was pointing out, by WBS, we know what work package, what activities. And now comes a place where we talk a logical relation. Who can give a logical relation, Shri? You should have domain knowledge. You should have expertise. Without that, putting this relation is going to be a bit complicated. Now, this is applicable to any project in the world. I can take a software company project, I can create a WBS, I can create a logical relation. However, the problem is the activities are dynamic, things are going to change. So many companies don't want to put this as a logical relation and kill the time. So they don't use exactly what you see in the screen for agile oriented projects. However, if in case in agile a portion of the work you are clear, you know what to do, I would recommend you can even draw a critical path for that portion. A release 1, release 2. Release 2, I don't know what to do, but release 1, I know what to do. For release 1, I can create a critical path to tell these work packages or product backlog or features or epics. But the intention of drawing this is to not compete plan driven or a change driven, but my interest would be is, am I finding out the dependencies? Today, if I walk into a company and that company is a software company or agile company, I'll ask them, are you aware of your dependencies? Do you know the logical relation between your features? If you can tell that, fine. For which in software industries they use, or agile industry, they use a story maps, if you heard the term. If anyone flipping the books for PMP preparation, you should see the terms called story maps. Yeah, sometimes they call us a skeleton. You have to create a skeleton for it. So in Agile also we have something mapping which talks about dependencies, but not as explicit as you talk in a plan-driven project. Little pause here. Question to you. Is anyone here utilizing this model in your project already? You're using critical path model. Is it happening? Who's doing that? Happening? Not much. Or it may not be you involved into that. Someone else does it. It is in front of you. We utilize it. That's also possible, right? All right. Fantastic. Then I'll give a pass here for this subject. Then we'll go and see a question. Did you learn something? Critical path?
Yes, Shri, we learned.
Yeah. Let's go for. What I'll do is I'll put the question paper to you. Are you ready to solve a question? Yeah.
Yes.
There's a question coming on your way. All right, people from YouTube and LinkedIn, leave your answers in the chat box. I'm sharing a question now. Take a minute, read carefully. Use elimination technique. Repeat again. Use elimination technique. Here is a question in front of you. You can leave your answers in the chat box. I'm studying answers getting to mostly alphabet B. Yeah is also coming. Okay. I have B and A. Let's watch what people are saying in YouTube. Okay. All right, let's go and check out. All right, good. Let's see why B, why A. Subhash, Vinit. Okay, bunch of people B. All right, before we see the answers itself, we will see the question first properly. Let me ask the team members here. What is the key word I should observe in this question carefully? Help me with one key term.
Emotional and
Like-
physical distress.
Okay, this part. Emotional and physical distress. Okay.
Present
Environmental issues.
business
Spend significant amount of time speaking with the community members.
Significant. Team spends a significant amount of time.
Each
Okay.
morning.
Each morning speaking to the community
Members
members.
explaining the rectifying impacts of the site construction. By the way, when we do project management, should I really spend on this kind of area? Should I spend time here? Because I'm more interested on risk management, more interested on schedule management, critical path creation, user stories in Agile. Do you think these things make sense in a project management? Is it useful time? As a manager, as a
Yes.
leader, should I?
Yes.
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 Early you engage the stakeholder, it's the better. I mean, and continuous communication going forward also. In this case, the thing has already happened. I mean, they are already in going through, experiencing it through. And the
Oh,
question is what you would have done it in a better way, strategy
okay. Okay. You see reports, which means already happened.
happened. So that means that what we could have done better way is that we could have given them more information to the stakeholder. If we engage them in a town hall, it will be chaos. If we erect a sign, somebody might pick it up and somebody might not. Legal notices might get ignored. So elimination way B, C, D goes off, and A, it goes directly to the signage, and it's kind of services by an official party. That's how I feel it.
Okay. So let me still get the question. Explaining and rectifying impacts of the site construction. Again, who this question is targeted to? Which character this question is targeting?
Project manager.
Project manager.
Project manager.
Project team.
Project team.
Uh-huh. Which engagement strategy should the team have used for these stakeholders? So what they're asking, are they asking whether you should have used something best, or are they asking what you've done?
Which is
They're
already
asking
used,
to know
what we
what
have
is applied already.
Have been done earlier.
What you used.
Which engagement strategy should the project team have used for these stakeholders? Uh-huh. The project team spends a significant amount of time each morning speaking to community members, explaining and rectifying impacts. Here, it is not one single person, a group of people being addressed, project team. Okay, interesting. So what kind of strategy you used with these stakeholders? Look like stakeholders. It's not a singular, it's a plural, more than one person. So bunch of people getting addressed, isn't it? That's what I think, at least I'm seeing through this picture. Now let's go for the elimination technique. Which answer doesn't make sense at all?
C.
D.
So let's start from bottom. Post the required legal notices in the local newspaper. Will the legal notice makes any importance here?
No.
So this can go away. Okay. By the way, in YouTube also I'm seeing some answers. B and A. Preeti, Batma, Shakshi. Then let's go for C. Why C goes away?
The signage at the project site 3 months before beginning
Ah,
work.
okay. What kind of
Not,
signage?
not all stakeholder can read every signage.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So look like C is gone away. So by elimination technique, do gone out. So now the competition is between A and B. When in exam, when you come to this kind of situation, when you have a competition between two, sometimes you have to give a pause here and go back to the question, read again at least 2 lines to see what they're asking. They're asking for an engagement strategy. Engagement strategy. So we have to see is there anything mapping with that in the answers. So I see majority A, I see some, I'm sorry, majority B, A also is here. A, I think I heard from Deepak. B, is anyone want to justify why you think B is a good answer?
Because
Yes,
town hall meeting is the active engagement strategy, whereas we can speak with the shareholders directly, when we can discuss their concerns and ask questions and provide the
Ah,
feedbacks.
okay, okay.
You are in distress and you want to have a town hall.
So what is a town hall?
Uh,
What town hall means?
it will be like two-way communication.
Hmm, hmm. Okay, so now town hall can be, by the way, this all comes from the early British period. Sometime they used this a town hall concept to communicate something message and listen to the people. Of course, in the corporate, we have town hall, which talks about KPI and report sharing. We heard from that perspective. If you go back to history, town hall is a place where you invite people and listen to them and you convey the message. Both will happen. Yeah, that's how the town hall was used.
So, Shri, basically we have using the term morning speaking to the community members. So we are basically it's a communication and during the with the help of speaking. So it can happen only in town hall, not in a mails.
Okay. You want to listen to their emotions, isn't it? That's
Yes.
what you want to go
Yes,
for a town hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Okay. I think that could be the keyword if someone is moving towards B. If I say B, if when someone's choosing, maybe you're looking for a two-way. You want to listen to their emotional
Emotion.
parameters also. If you see from that perspective. Let's go from other perspective now. I heard answers A also. In YouTube, I have A. Here also I have A. Where now circulate project information to local stakeholders in the email. Okay, project information. Now, are we are we looking for a project information? Is this what the ask? Is this what the need of our right now?
No.
So I know circulating by email is also sounds really good, where because you convey the message. I'll tell you something here interesting. I'm a challenge the people who gave B. By email, if I circulate, they may respond me back by email, so their privacy is prevented or protected. They may not need to express their thought in front of everyone because there are people introvert. They don't want to get into social problems, so they will write an email. So they are their thought process are protected. Yeah, could be somebody want to argue, but it's something like this place. Circulate project information. How this is going to help?
Uh,
Mm,
because it is like it's lack of interaction, the first thing. And I see the
lack of
second thing is
interaction. Okay.
not sufficient for conflict
Okay. Okay.
resolutions.
Okay. Let's see this question bit from PMI perspective. What PMI want to know from you? Let's forget the whole scenario, issues happening, all the stuff. Let's forget. We'll see from Project Management Institute, who looks you as a project management professional, who knows agility, who knows leadership, who knows a proper plan-driven approach. This is the person sitting in the exam hall. What PMI want from you? PMI want from you, are you a people person? Will you listen to people carefully? That's called attentive or active listening. Let's go back to the ethical behavior of PMI. In ethical behavior of PMI, 4 terms are given. I believe should have repeated few times. Can someone help me? What are the ethical things in PMI?
Respect,
Honesty,
responsibility,
responsibility, respect,
Fairness,
fairness.
Responsibility, right? Then they have
fairness.
respect your own decision or respect other people around you. And you have honesty. right? Then what do you have? You have
Fairness.
fair and lovely, right? Fairness is here. Okay. So now, if you see here, if a person possesses these characters with him or her, now when you do a project like this, and now you are hearing something like this, project team members reports that environmental issues, okay, we do product or a project for 3 P's, P, P, and P. What is that? Yeah,
Process,
project is done
people,
for
planet,
People,
profit.
planet, profit.
planet, people, and
Profit.
also profit. So we look for 3 parameters: planet, people, profit. What we do when there is an issue reported like this at the job site are causing emotional, physical distress. And I think this is the most disturbing term.
Yes.
When you are a person who takes responsibility for your decision, when you respect people around you, I don't think you will ignore this term. You'll be very careful on this part. Emotional, physical distress. Physical also, look at here. We don't know what is happening, what kind of product you are doing. And to the residents and the business in the surrounding community, this one line is enough. It's going to bring a lot of problem for society. The team spends a significant amount of time each morning speaking to the community members. They're already doing it, explaining and rectifying impacts of the site construction. They're doing rectifying it also. They're doing something, which could be a risk mitigation strategy. Do you know risk mitigation? In the class you learned somewhere. Risk mitigation means we anticipated when I do a project like this, there could be a risk pop up in the community. If a risk pop ups in the community, action A will be done, action B will be done, and team is applying that. I can't deny that the team is already applying it. But still, they're asking you what engagement strategy should the project team have used for these stakeholders, what they would have done it, how they would have done it. Now the question is going what they have used, which is in the past tense, I believe. It says what have been done. Now I will look not only as a manager perspective, as a team, are they looking for this 3 P's? Are they looking for responsibility, respect, honesty, and fairness? Which means I want a more personal touch with the people. In this all 4 answers, there is one answer gets close to the personal touch. Yeah, what is it? Personal answer? Goes
B.
back to answer B. Why B? Okay, if you say B is a personal touch, emotional parameter, let's see why B. But first, let me clear it out. The public stakeholders of project that will have a direct impact on a community need to be consulted meaningfully at the start of the project. At that time, it is possible to explore and explain the project vision and benefit to them, as well as prepare them to any possible negative impacts. Now, this I can do with the postal, I can do with the town hall. If I look at the emotional parameters, physical distress happening, my team is doing a good job. I'm not denying that. They're asking what you've done. I would say I would have not expected they have done with the postal. I would expect them to do by this parameter, where town hall is a place to meet people. Open town hall meetings, not once, not once. I may have a feedback session. I may have every Saturday evening meeting. I want to make sure that people really understand this and the negativity starts going down. In project management, you write a risk mitigation strategy. In the risk mitigation strategy, we write down if a risk happens at this level, there is a threshold for it, a risk threshold. If we cross a risk threshold beyond this, my project will get stopped. So I don't want the risk to trigger beyond this. So what I do, I write a strategy that every month, every week, we'll have a conversation to open town hall to listen to the people and bring the intensity down. If there is a negativity, I'll try to reduce the negativity. If there is a positivity, I like to increase the positivity. So in this one question, they're looking your ethical thought process. They're looking for people connection called stakeholder engagement strategy, which you prepared in a stakeholder management. They look for risk thinking process. If this risk continues more on this, my project may get legal problems. My project may be stopped. So a question in a PMI could think from different directions that can help you to give an answer. People gave A. I will not deny your answer A. I will not say answer A is bad. A has a meaning. But the problem with the A here is it's more of one-way communication. Also, we could not get the emotional parameter. There we get stuck. Even though somebody writes the mail back to you, Still, we don't know how long it will take to send a mail, what kind of response will come. We don't know everyone address or information. There are many parameters involved. Many logistics work, office work is involved. Rather, town hall could be a right place to invite people, talk to them. To answer the town hall, if somebody thinks town hall is a corporate event, no. Town hall is happening centuries back. It's a place to invite people, talk about what is happening, and get a feedback from them. That's how they use town hall. Got the answers? People get to the B. You feel good?
Mm.
All right. All
Yes.
right. All right. So now, question to you: is this a question? Should I think from manager perspective or a team perspective only? In what angle I should think in this question?
From team perspective.
Team perspective.
More team, isn't it? But Shri, I'm writing an exam for PMP, man. Should I always think about a agile or a team perspective? I mean, a project manager perspective. I will
No.
say
More ethical we have to think.
there you go. There you go. There you go. Right. All right, good. Shall we hit one more question?
Yes.
One more question.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's
Yes,
see
yes.
your energy level. Let's see how is your energy level. Okay, I think I have an agile question. Let's see if I can bring this agile thought process to you. All right, one more question. Let's hit this question. Batmavadi, I'm reading a message. Bit bigger question. You ought to read it twice at least. By the way, this question is going to check your agile thought process. Mhm. Wow, this question is going to be interesting. I'm seeing A, B, C, D. God, all the alphabets are here. Guys. All right. Let's see what YouTube people are saying. Uh-huh. Let's see what YouTube people are saying there. YouTube, people are saying D. Okay, Shakshi, Preeti, you are giving D. So, an interesting question, I feel. Okay, let's spend a few minutes here. It's a very big question. One thing I heard, some people took exam a few days back. Some of them from Europe took the exam. They were saying that, you know what, Shri, we have a big monitor. And when I read the question, I have to literally move my head from left to right in exam hall. Why I'm saying this is in exam hall, be prepared. When I say be prepared, some of us are taking your exams in your mobile, practicing. Some of us taking in an iPad or a laptop, which is maybe 14 or 15 inches, small one. If you go to center-based exam, they're going to give a 30, 35 inches big monitor. Your monitor is so big that a question like this will go from left to right. And a person said it took 20, 25 questions for me to adapt to that. It's real. It's a real thing. It's going to happen in the exam hall. If in case you have a monitor at your home, maybe give some practice on that. Someone should practice this. Come on, man. If you feel like that, it's okay. It's okay. If some of you worried on it, I'll tell be prepared. In exam hall, you're going to get a big monitor and your question goes big, broader from left to right. You have to literally move. There was a guy who said that, you know what, it's so tough for me. So I keep a finger on the monitor and I keep reading by finger. So it's a bit crazy. So just saying that be prepared is such a big question. Okay, then let's go to the answers. I have in YouTube D and C. Here I have in Zoom, I have A, B, C, D. All answers are here. Wow, wow. Let's go by the question now. Okay, understanding from the question. Help me, which term is more important as per you? Because I have answered A, B, C, D. Everyone tell me one word which you felt which is important for you.
Client concerns.
Okay, then I read from here. I start from here. A team is developing a human resource module of an enterprise resource planning ERP system. Developing. Is it a past tense, present tense, or a happening? Or future tense?
Happening.
Should it be present tense?
Happening.
Yes.
Okay, present. Okay. During a site visit, the client observes concerning data on the team's information radiators. Okay, during a site visit, the client observes concerning data on the team's information radiator. So can I, someone say this is important concerning data?
Yes.
Okay, okay, on the team's information. Okay, then what? Anything else interesting?
Abandoned chart.
Team is behind the planned progress.
Current 3 weeks iteration. The team is 1/3 of the way through the iteration, but the actual progress to date reflects the team's behind the planned progress. Team is behind the planned progress. Okay. I also heard something called burn down chart depicts the progress of the current 3 weeks iteration. So it's a 3 weeks iteration. With 3 weeks iteration means can I say 15 days? Is it 15 days? Which means Monday till Friday.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
another Monday till Friday. Again, another Monday till Friday, isn't it? So it's a 15 days plan. So burn down depicts the progress of the current 3 weeks iteration. The team is 1/3 of the way through the iteration. 1/3. Do anyone think this is important?
Yes, 1/3. Yes.
1/3.
Yes.
So if there are totally 10 items they completed, where they are?
2/3.
7.
How much they completed? The team is 1/3 of the way through the iteration. So it's not about the
Maybe
items,
7.
right? It is about 1/3 means somewhere here. Can I say like that?
Yeah.
Somewhere here?
Yes, first week completed. Let's
Yeah,
say.
somewhere there, right? It is not about number of work items, it's about the timeline. Can I assume that way? Somewhere here, okay?
Yes.
But the actual progress to the date reflects the team is behind the planned progress. Planned is something they planned. 10 items they planned, they want to complete in this way. 10 items they want to complete in some way, but somewhere they're behind. They are in the first Friday, somewhere they're behind. Very good. The client express concerns and asks a team lead. Now comes a parameter, team lead, to discuss it with the product owner. How should team lead respond? So my usual thing is in exam question paper, first I want to see who is being targeted in this question. Okay, now help me. Who is being targeted in this question?
Team lead.
Team lead.
Team lead.
Lead should respond. Okay. Being an agile team, when they use the word team lead, only team lead can make a decision.
No,
No, no,
Not
no.
always, not always,
All
but at least here it's a lead is being targeted. Okay. So we understood tense, which is current happening, and we understood who is being targeted. Very clear. Is it a critical situation now? What is the situation now? Is it intensity of the question? The problem is going to showstopper, or do you think it's a showstopper or no? Yes or no?
no.
It's not a showstopper, isn't it? Why you say it's not a showstopper when the client is unhappy?
Because it is ongoing, the sprint is not yet completed.
In 15 days, we are in the 5th day of the sprint. Can I say like that? 5th day, an example. Okay, 5th day we're in the sprint. So we're in the middle of the sprint somewhere, not even middle, 1/3, somewhere there. Now client is raising a concern. But when client is raising a concern, should I look at it as, oh man, it's so dangerous, it's a showstopper, wow. Should I think like that? Or should I think that we are 1/3, we have more time because it's an agile team? Should I think in that way?
The concern.
Sorry, go ahead.
but mm,
Can become
we
shows.
can't.
We're
No,
not.
basically, we can't take it so lightly because client expressed some
Client is
concern.
concern. Okay, very good. Very good. We can't take lightweight because it's a present, it's an agile team. Client is raising a concern. Client saw the burn down chart. But for your information, somebody who don't know burn down is an information radiator. It's a chart created by system itself. For example, if you go to Jira board or Microsoft or whatever tool you use, monday.com, it automatically generates a report. It is showing where you are. You want to complete PMP studies, but you are running behind. Even though you have a calendar with you, you're running behind. That's visible. Your parents or family seeing that, oh man, it's not going good. So let's not decide whether it's a showstopper or not. But to me, I will not tell this is a showstopper. A showstopper is something which is not going to allow you to work forward. But my team can work. In this situation, team can work. But there is a concern raised. Now, client express a concern, team lead has to take responsibility. Here, the lead could be a project manager, scrum master, agile manager, agile coach, someone who has accountability of it. Now, let's listen a little more on the question. I'm yet to go to the answer. I'm still making you to understand the question. The client expresses concern and ask the team lead to discuss. Look at here. Now, this guy is giving instruction to you, telling that team lead to discuss with the product owner. Now, question to you. Here, what is the role of a product owner in an agile team? What is the role of a product owner in an agile team?
To prioritize the activities in the backlog.
Very good. First thing is, if I have a backlog like this, backlog means what?
Work items, the
Collection
features.
of requirements.
Collection of
Well
requirements.
said. Collection of requirements. Okay. I can have a user story, feature, whatever it is. So we prioritize high and low. Who is our example product owner in our classes?
Julie.
Julie.
Julie. Okay, let's invite Julie. At least once we have to call Julie. So Julie is a person who is putting high and low here. Now, her role is to prioritize the work. Now, when the team is going this way, what a team lead will talk with the product owner? What is expected to talk there? This person is setting high and low priority. Very good.
Prioritization.
Okay, that's nice. But your vehicle has started and your vehicle is going to run for 15 days. Okay, you are on the 5th day. On the 5th day, your sponsor is telling, go and talk to the product owner. Already priorities is set here, isn't it? This priority has been picked up by your team, and this is what they're working already now. This is called sprint backlog. Do you all know sprint backlog? Sprint backlog. See, from product backlog, we shifted some item to sprint backlog, and your team is working on that item. Now, middle of the sprint or 5th day, what you are going to talk with your product owner on this concern?
We will engage the product owner into the daily stand-up.
Okay. All right, all right. Since things are going like that, let me now listen to the answers one by one. I'll go from the bottom. I'll start from the bottom. I have some people D. In YouTube, I have Sakshi D, Preeti D. Here also, I have some people D. I can't listen to Sakshi and Preeti, so I listen to someone here. Anyone here for D here? D. I have some people. Santa Lakshmi. And I see Kushbu. Okay, I'll start with Santa Lakshmi. Santa Lakshmi, why you think D is a good answer?
See, because the team lead has we are on the back. The team is not doing enough.
Ah,
As a product owner, since the team is lagging, he has to identify if something can be prioritized or something can be moved. So I thought D would be the answer.
Okay. You mean ask the product owner, that is in our example, Julie, ask her, identify stories that can be pulled out. Okay, pulled out of the current iteration, which means we are on the fifth day. If I plan to do 10 items in this list, 10 items, we are expecting to pull 2 or 3
Two
items
items, so
so
that
the team can meet the planned story points.
planned story points, I thought.
Okay. Okay, I respect the thought what you had. I'm not going to say anything here. I'm going to respect that. But what I'm understanding here is burn down depicts the progress current 3 weeks, 1/3 way, but the actual progress to the date reflects the team is behind plan.
Behind, since
So
the team is behind,
behind, but they didn't tell how much you're behind.
they didn't tell how much.
They
So
didn't tell how much you're behind. You're behind, but they leave it there open.
okay.
Okay. Then I listen to the Shanta Lakshmi. Then I listen to Kushbu also. Kushbu, what is your thought?
I also had a similar approach. Since team is already behind and from the burn down chart depicts the progress and client is not happy. So just to make that, just optimize it. So I thought that is a good option. Maybe
Okay.
immediate result immediate option what we can provide.
Okay. Can I say Julie is a representative of the client? Could be. Okay. If a client is speaking, they are speaking in perspective of Julie also. Because when I say product owner could be from the customer themselves or a representative of the customer or can be a proxy. So point here is they're asking a lead, a scrum master or a project manager to talk to business person. Hey, look like it's going heavy. Pull out some item out so that the team can move faster. That's what we're deciding. Okay, I leave that point. And then I move to answer C. C. I have someone who said C. Who I have? Puneet. I'm saying C. Puneet or Vinith.
Actually, we need this side. So
Yep.
basically, first thing, if I use the elimination technique, then I will first eliminate the first point A. The option A I will eliminate. Uh, and I think I can also eliminate. Why I'm going with a C first, I will tell you. Basically, before talking to the product owner, I should talk with my team. I will prefer that first. I will identify where we are lagging, what issues my team member are facing. We will discuss internally first, then we will go to the product owner. So C, that's why I will follow the C, then I will go for a B. And the correct answer is C, according to me.
According to you, what you think is you want to individually talk to them and find someone is underperforming. Yeah. Get to iteration back on track. Okay. By talking this, what we're going to do? Are we going to give motivation to faster, or are we going to pull somebody out of the team, replace someone?
No, I will not pull someone, but I will just try to understand where my team is lagging, what issue. Let's say if they are facing some issue, I will try to identify that part first. And then resolution, then I will go to the product owner to discuss the in
Okay.
the meeting. I have some points to discuss with product owner as well, right? What issue we are facing, why we lack on that specific
Okay.
iteration. So I should have
Okay.
few points to discuss. So that point I can discuss first with my team. That's why I think C option is the right one.
Okay. Here I'm reducing the work. Here I'm understanding the people problem. People issues. You understand why they are not performing properly. That you're understanding. Okay, good. Thanks for that. Is it Puneet? You have something for this?
Yeah, same logic had applied, and reason being, before going to product owner, we should know the groundwork, against what is going to, like, what is my ask for product manager.
All
It
right,
shouldn't
all
be
right.
like that. Okay, yeah, there is a
In
concern,
in
and
in Tuckman ladder, probably you'll see forming, storming, norming where they are, isn't it?
yes.
Forming, storming, norming, performing. But you're not looking as a team. You're looking as an individual. That's a different, isn't it? You want to see individually what is demotivating them, why they're doing it. Is it any help needed? You're seeing that. Okay, people issue. Good, thanks, Puneet and Vinit. Huh? Then let's quickly go to B. B. I have somebody with a B. Sudarshanu. Sudarshanu.
Hi, sir.
Hey.
Yes, I used both approach, little knowledge of Agile and the elimination. So for me, A and D were straightforward eliminated. So I was left with only B and C. And because we are seeing this as a project manager perspective. So in between, we have got also the product owner who knows actually what the storylines are and how the performance is going to happen. And if we understand that we are only 1/3 out of 15 days, and there are some challenges that we can definitely discuss during the daily stand-ups to understand first. And then if I find something is difficult, then I can opt to see in the next step, that is go and talk to the individual person who is having performance. But the first approach will be to talk through the product owner and collect the impediments during the daily stand-up.
Okay, you want to find the root cause?
Yes.
Okay, do you think daily stand-up is a place to find the root cause?
No, we just, in the daily stand-ups, we just only come to know about the impediments that they have, the challenge that they are facing. So after that, only those people, those who have problem, that can be referred later on.
So as a team lead, as a scrum master, as a project manager, we will ask the product owner, hey, can you observe the daily stand-up? What if Julie says, hey, you are the scrum master, you are the project manager, you are the team lead, why don't you think you have to address it? What if she questions you back? Because I am a business person, I talk priority. You are the person who talk people and process, but you are telling me to check it. Why should I do that? Are you going on holiday? I'm just throwing the question. Do you think this question will come?
Yeah, that's right. But because we know the project manager is only driving the project in that way, and the performance daily is being run by the product owner, because the product owner has prioritized the backlog and assigned the task also the team members. So I'm sure the product owner understands which team member on which task has got the challenge at this stage.
Interesting. Let me listen to Vivek also. Thanks for that answers. Vivek, please go ahead.
Yeah, Shri, what I think about B is that first we have to see like how the information is flowing. Information will flow from client to the product owner, then it will come to the team member, because product owner work as a shield for the team. And in that case, when the product owner will address the performance, then it is providing the transparency, which is one of the factor in the agile environment. Apart from that, during the daily stand-up, we get to know about the impediments, and these impediments might have a certain concern which will raise to a blocker or dependency. So in that case, we have to check for these daily stand-up meetings and see that what are the impediments which are blocking this. And since we are in the starting phase of this particular sprint, so early we will realize the impediments, we can resolve it sooner.
The stand-up. Okay. I listen to your point. Thanks for that point. I appreciate it. Thanks for that. Listen, one more person. Satish, you have something for B?
Yeah, Shri. So basically, if I use the elimination technique, I can come to the B, and also as Vic said, so the agile we have to in this question we have to address the client's concern. So involving the product owner, which means directly, okay, we have taken this issue seriously, and we have involved the product owner, and we are getting into the issue.
On
And
that one.
yeah, when the product owner is in the daily scrum, we will have the transparency and try to understand okay what exactly happens. So we will comes to know these things. And using the elimination techniques, if I go with option D, it is like it is not that critical to pull out the user stories
Okay.
in between the sprint, and
You
also
feel
to the
pulling out is not good. Pulling out is not
yeah
advised.
yeah. It's not that critical. And also option C, so it is like if we talk to each team member, it may go against to the agile, like blame games. It could be
Ah,
goes in that way. So
okay.
yeah,
Okay,
so
non-agile. You feel non-agile.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And if I go to the option here, it is like we are not concerning about the client's concern. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought B is the right approach and the right
That's
answer.
your view. Okay. I appreciate that. Thanks, Satish. I know we're taking a lot of time this question because through this question, I'm trying to see how your mind is thinking towards agility, how your question reading ability is there. Even though the question takes 10 or 20 minutes, I'll be happy if you can understand this. This kind of analysis can help when you're going to do analysis on your question paper. Why I'm doing this time of effort now, right now is I have many people who took an exam, short exam, 10 question, 40 question, or 5 question. They see the results. Shri, out of 15 questions, I got 12 correct. Great. Yay, great. That's it. Move on. Next exam. What happened to that 15 question? Did you check really why that is right, why it is wrong? Did you took time to analyze it? If you can do that for a while, your score starts improving. That's the reason I'm taking time to show that how to do this. Thanks for all the answers with the B, C, and D. Last one I'm going to check before I declare the answer. Yeah. For A, I see how many people. In online, I don't have many people. I think in online, I have Suraj. Suraj says A is an answer. Here, I have Deepak an answer. Deepak, why you thought A is a good answer?
We already moved from product backlog to sprint backlog just a week and a half back. So if I am a Scrum Master who believes in the team, and the first work of a Scrum Master is to say no. That then even though he has expressed concern, we still have time to rectify all those things during the sprint. He has time to respond. So ideal answer should be like there's no action required as of now. We are in the middle of an iteration. Let the iteration complete. If there is anything that needs to be changed, we will take it up in the retrospective and adjust the needful requirement in the next one.
Which means give them the time to complete the work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I hear your point. Okay. Now, hey, thanks for all the points here. Now, first request to the team here is, can someone read the principle number 5 in Agile? There are 12 principles. Read the 5th principle. One of you can read the 5th principle. Wow, you're writing principle every day.
Build projects around
Yep.
motivated individuals, give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done.
All right. Okay. Build the projects around motivated individuals. First, when you form an agile team, you form a team called cross-functional team. In the class somewhere you learned it. A T-shape, a cross-functional team, knowledge workers, if you remember that. If that is the case, now what is happening here is it's a sprint of 15 days. Starts here and goes here. 15 days. In this 15 days, this team has planned something they can achieve that is called as a sprint goal. If anyone heard about sprint goal, they decided a sprint goal. So there is something called product backlog. Product backlog. Julie helped, which is high priority, low priority. Her role ends there. From this high and low priority, team picked up because they are knowledge workers. They put into another small bucket called sprint backlog. Now they're going to work on this backlog in a sense of next 15 days. They, as a team, has did something called sprint planning. Have you anyone remember this word, sprint planning? Sprint planning.
Yes.
They work it 4 hours on the planning. What they plan is how we are going to achieve this. This team clearly aware how they're going to work for 15 days. Now client visits on the 5th day. Completely fine. It's a transparency. In Agile, in Scrum, We believe there is a word called transparency, isn't it? Transparency, which means anyone can see that. That doesn't mean anyone can go and course correct a team just like that. They are knowledge workers. The fifth principle says what it says: build projects around motivated individuals. Trust them. You have to trust them, which means they know what to do. Now, how do you trust them? How do you trust them? You tell that, hey guys, it's a middle of the sprint. Team is focusing on what to do. If they fail fast and learn. Now, this is called agile mindset. Why I took 20 minutes to talk about it? Because I found people gave different answers. I heard pull out the sprint items. Not a good advice. Individually talking to each team members, non-agile. Go and ask a product owner to fix it. Why a product owner should fix it? No, actually no action needed here. Which means because it is a 15 days sprint, team knows what to do. Even if they fail, they will sit and talk in retro. You can comment on review meeting. You have something called review meeting. In the review meeting, same these guys who is saying concern should come here. You sit here and let know what is working, what is not working. At least give the time that a time box. Is it called as a time box? Time box? Somewhere I shown you a scrum master or a project manager in Agile. She will stand with a pink shirt, if you remember it. She will shield this team from unwanted distraction. You remember that? There is an image I showed you in the class.
Yes.
She has to shield the team from unwanted distraction. What is unwanted distraction? What you are hearing here is an unwanted distraction. She has to clear the blockers on the way for the team. She has to show the vision to the team. What does it mean? In a sprint, there could be up and down. Fluctuation is expected during the sprint. There may be times that the team is behind. Since it is in the middle of the iteration, nothing needs to be done. At the end of the iteration, during the retrospective, the team should identify what went well, what can be improved. They'll improve. If they committed 10 items, they did only 9 items, it's okay. Completely okay. Okay, now read the principle number 8 or 7. Can somebody read the principle number 8? Sustainable pace. Principle number 8 or 7? 8, I believe. Read the principle number 8.
8.
Agile
Agile.
processes.
Agile process.
Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers,
Yes.
and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely.
Definitely. Sustainable pace. In the name of Agile, you cannot excuse your team. Do more, do more, do more. No, it should be sustainable pace because it's a logical knowledge work. So principle number 5 says believe the team, trust it. As principle number 8 says sustainable pace. This is what principle says. If you can believe that, it's called being agile. If you guard that, that is what your PMP exam questions.
So, what about this burn down chart? What we are just we have to also
Yep.
monitor, right? What will happen to that?
Burnt down chart, yeah, it shows. If I see a burnt down chart today, it looks good, not good. It's okay. We are on the 5th day of the sprint. It's okay. Team, let's sit and talk. You can give your feedback. I'm not denying that. I'm happy to receive your feedback. Because of feedback, I will not course correct just like that. Then what is the respect I have for my team? They planned it, right? It is not a manager-driven plan. It is not a critical path like we do in a plan-driven project. It's a change-driven project. Team knows how to handle it. If they can't do that, yes, they will talk in retrospect. I'll give feedback. I'm not denying that. But I will not stop something in the middle. If I keep on course correcting, they cannot reach a destination. That is where, as agile managers, we will be stepping back. Yes, buddy, I understand, but let's give time for them. Let's see what they're doing. If they can't do that, if they consistently say they're failing on this, then we'll make some course correction. If not, we have something called velocity. Do you remember velocity? We check for velocity, right? What do we do in velocity? Once we do good, once a good bad. We will understand why the average is low, average is high. There's a whole question what they're trying to understand from you is, first of all, are you trusting your team members? Second is, are you understanding in Agile there is something called time box? In this a time box, you should not disturb your team. Are you understanding this? This PMI want to understand from this question. Pooh. Tricky question. Okay. I heard Deepak. Deepak, you say that I don't want to disturb the team. How do you say that? How do you thought about it?
I did say so. That time it was one of the questions that first of activity, of Scrum Master. This is an experience-based answer, not book-based. Ideally, this does come in whenever you have a very aggressive product owner or aggressive team managers who want to get things checked every now and then, and they are like on a hyper mode to understand, oh, this chart doesn't sound good. Do you want additional resources? Do you want additional team, or do you want to remove something, put something back? So as a Scrum Master, being an experienced one, you need to say, okay, you're good, thank you, but let's hold on for a few more weeks. If it doesn't work out well, then let's see. I have even seen in some places like Bank of New York Mellon where they have done, a kind of rework of the whole replanning in between the running sprint, which was again anti-agile way of doing things. But those were the days who didn't understand the agile way properly and they implement the way they wanted.
But yeah, Deepak, that sounds really nice and positive. But look at the customer side; they'll be frustrated, right? Guys, it's not going well. You're on the fifth day. Why are you not listening to me? Are you going to fail like this next 10 days?
I mean, if you see from the perspective, he hasn't seen what the end result would look like. So we would have to give him out what exactly would be coming in the first week, second week, and third week, and then kind of have a demo if required.
Yep. So what I observed here is, thanks Deepak for the good points there. What I observed is in such scenario, I don't want to throw them back that I will not do anything there. Rather, they say that, okay, buddy, we will take these points. We will talk about this in the next stand up on Monday morning. As a client, if you wish, you can be part of the stand up also. Listen what's happening, how things are going on. I want you to listen a couple of stand ups to gain confidence what's happening in the team. You are seeing a burn down chart, it's a graphical representation. I want to be part of a couple of stand-ups. Be there. Don't talk anything. Be a listener. Listen what's happening there. When you listen, chances are you may understand what is happening. You may get some confidence there. Because Monday morning, John says that, you know what, there was a big difficulty till Thursday, man. We fixed the problem. Now the boat starts moving faster. Or John says, I need more help, and Scrum Master is saying something there. Or a project manager saying something there. I would expect to invite my customers if they want to listen. You can be in a stand-up to listen. Or I will say that, hey, you can also contribute if you see anything can be added. But I will not disturb my team. I will not allow to disturb my team for next few days. At least I give them the time, what they're doing there. And they want, as a PMI, want to see what they're going to do here. Are you going to throw the things on the fence in the name of product owner? Or are you going to handle it? That's what they want to see. As Deepak said, it happens in the industry and we prevent it. But I also seen frustration from the customer. Fifth day, they shout louder. Guys, man, 10 more days. Are you going to kill your time like this? I said, no, I'm not going to kill the time. Stand there, watch out the stand-up meeting. Or if you want, we give a interim sprint review. There is something called interim review. You no need to wait for a sprint review end of last day. Even if a small portion of work completed in between, I can give a middle of a sprint some review. I can show that what we have done so far. I will call for this. That can I do a sprint review by Tuesday? We'll give a small portion of work what is done incrementally. In the whole sprint, I can do something. And there my customer feels, oh wow, now I feel something there. Please keep moving. Any help, let me know. So I don't want to throw my customer away. At the same time, I don't want to disturb my team. And this is a crucial role for a manager, emotional, and also the number and numerical parameter we have to follow. But we should not follow the format of disturbing the team. That we should not do. Ooh. All right, there's a big question. Consume a lot of time. Any learnings from here? Let's listen from people around here. What is your one or two words takeaway from this learning? Anything we observed?
I think agile mindset.
Mindset is needed. By
PMI.
any chance? Yeah, Kushbu?
No, just mentioning PMI ethics also we should.
PMI ethics. By any chance, agile principles are observed or utilized in these questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would recommend you to read the principle 12 principles properly, understand it clearly. On top of that, when you solve the question, if you can't solve the question or you solve the question, look at the answer, see how this answer is mapping with any of the 12 principles. If you are able to see conceptually mapping with that principle, many agile questions you can solve effectively, not by memorizing word by word. Shri, I know the principle number 5. Motivated individuals, fantastic. What does it mean by motivated individuals? What does it mean? What does it mean to my team? If I can see from that perspective, you may solve many questions. Yeah, this is where people struggle. Agile, I know, daily stand-up is a review is a scrum master. Okay, these are all basic logistical work. What is Agile? Where it comes from? In our class, I took Agile starting from flow production of Ford company. Then it took to lean management. Then I explained about what is Agile. If somebody has understood step by step, by now when I say Agile, your brain starts thinking, okay, in lean management, we reduce waste. In flow production, we want speed, reduction of waste, people efficiency. How can I bring together? How can I see that in the question? Where I can see that, I think that's what the PMI is looking for. Yeah, that's why this exams are different from other exams, right? Other exams straight away ask, as a Scrum Master, how many meetings you'll attend? In a stand-up meeting, how many minutes it will take? Oh, those are basic questions. But you are taking an exam called professional exam. So if you want to be a professional, you should be deep on the concept. That's what they're looking for. Yeah. But I really appreciate everyone gave an explanation for your answers. Really, really good, because I want to see different perspective. Nothing wrong here, nothing right here. We are discussing. Because today your brain thinks this way, tomorrow morning it will think a different way. Because you have an amazing potential. Yep. Good then. I think it is a good time today we discussed. I really like the people in YouTube and LinkedIn. Preeti, Batmavati, Shakshi, and Suraj. I read your answers also. Thanks for all your participation and involvement. I believe today there is a carry away. Let me see 1 or 2 words what you learned from of words we captured. Let's see what you learned today. Can you help me with what are the words you learned today? Takeaways?
Agile principles.
Agile principles. Very
Critical
good.
paths.
Critical path method. Right. And one more thing, in exam, be clear on the time management part. I would say that the
Hello.
so please follow the time management part. That will be helpful for your exam preparation. Yep. Good then. And thanks for all your participation. And the Sunday prayers went well. And we'll meet again for next Sunday. In between, if you're getting for examination, Umang, already I saw your chat message. And reached out to me in a WhatsApp. Sometime I make quick response. Sometimes there could be delay of various parameters. So please send a message to me. I will get back to you. Until then, have a nice week. We'll catch up by next Sunday with more content. See you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.